Bells Bells, and today I am joined by no other than Nina Samuels, one of my personal favorites. How are you doing today, Nina?
I'm doing very good. Excited to be here chatting to you. How are you doing?
Great, great. Very excited to talk to you. First, we just kind of want to check in, let the readers know how you're doing. NXT UK was away for a while. Now you're back and at a new home. How does it feel to be back?
Amazing to be back. We all felt like we were sort of locked in a cage, like I'm sure the whole of the country, the whole of the world felt. But especially seeing as you know how much I crave the spotlight. I crave that stage. So for me especially, it was really, really hard being away, just having to set up a camera by myself in my room pretty much every day to find someone to perform to. But it's amazing being back. I mean, and the studio is incredible. I think the first time that we walked in there, we got a sense that, wow, this is a new launching pad for us. This is going to be incredible for the brand. It looks amazing, a very Nina Samuels worthy stage, and being back feels incredible.
And along with the new incredible looking stage, there's also an influx of new faces for the women's division. How do you feel about these new faces?
Well, of course, I never like anyone to upstage me because, of course, it all needs to be about Nina Samuels.
Right.
But it is great having fresh blood. It makes a great change, and I think it elevates all of us. You know, because with new roster members brings new challenges, means we have to all be stepping up our game and being kept on our toes, and it keeps it as an incredibly exciting product for all the viewers at home to watch.
Exactly. And let's go right into this feud with Xia Brookside. The feud seemingly comes out of nowhere. So why are you feuding with this second generation wrestler?
I take a lot of issue with Xia Brookside because I mean she she is a big fan of the sportsmanship element of it. You know, she grew up watching all the world of sports style wrestling, and you know, we she's known for her technical prowess. But as far as I'm concerned, this is sports entertainment. And we are in a world where we're all called superstars, but I don't personally look at Xia Brookside as a superstar. I can recognize that, you know, she's a great athlete for her tiny little size, but she's not a superstar like me. So for me, wanting to come back to NXT UK with this relaunch, make a name for myself, make a big impact, she is someone that I really feel like I can upstage. And I feel like her adoring fans should be my adoring fans, and I need to make them see that.
Right, and she's been technically has beaten you a few times. You're obviously a very skilled athlete, so how is she able to get one over on you?
Pure luck, pure fluke. That's all it is. It's all a fluke. And Xia Brookside's time is going to come to an end. And I am going to get the better of her. I'm going to show that I'm the real superstar. And you're going to see that very, very soon. In fact, next week we actually have a match between myself and Xia Brookside. So you need to tune in because I am going to make an example out of her and squash her like the little annoying bug that she is.
And I'm glad you bring that up because it seems like, and I asked the same thing of Ginny, why not go just right after the champ? I mean, you're a founding member of the division, you have years of experience. You know, Kaylee Ray is somewhat of a lone wolf, so she's presumably pretty vulnerable right now. So why not just then go right after the champ?
I need to take my time with these things. You know, I don't think my eye isn't on the championship. I mean, I think no one should be getting involved in our division if their eye isn't on the champion. I've been in the ring with Kaylee Ray before, not in NXT UK, but before we were both in WWE. So I know exactly what she's capable of. I know how to beat her, but I'm not going to give my card away. My time will come with Kaylee Ray, but for now, it's all about putting on a show for me. And for me, Xia Brookside is the perfect person to do that against at this moment.
And you've had issues with other women on the roster who you have felt have stolen your spotlight. Amal, for instance, you had said you feel is stealing your spotlight. Do you feel like that's the case across the board with the women, that they're all just trying to steal your spotlight?
I mean, certainly, we're all performers at heart. So all of us want that spotlight, and everyone wants to make it to the top, which is why our division is so incredible, because it's so competitive. So I don't understand people wanting to try and take my spotlight, but if they do that, they need to realize that it's not going to last for long. Like with Amal, she tried to cling to my coattails, be a tag team partner, but I think, as you saw, I'm not really the best at tag team competition. I don't like waiting on the sidelines for my turn. And I was in there, I was in the ring having my moment, and she stole that from me. So, you know, of course I took issue with her from that, and she paid the price for it.
And, this is the Nina Samuel show. So let's refocus back on you. I personally had the honor of helping Pro Wrestling Illustrated rank the top 100 female wrestlers for 2020. And it was actually the first year that you have been on the list. Can you speak to placing on that historic list and, realizing that finally everyone's recognizing just how great you are and how much you bring to women's wrestling?
Well, thank you for putting a word in for me and getting me on that list. Although I do take issue, I feel like I should have been much higher on the list, and I feel like I should have been on that list much earlier. But it's a great honor to be a part of, and I think the amount of NXT UK women and women from WWE in general who made it onto the list just shows how much talent that there is. I mean, even I think was it the top five, top four, top five, or all WWE.
Yeah.
So there's such an incredible amount of talent, which is why I wanted to come here to WWE, because whilst I recognize that, of course, it is all about me, to make it all about me, I need to prove myself against the best, and this is where we have the best.
Right. And, you're right. You should have been on the list a million times before this, frankly. But, you're so influential to the next generation of women's wrestlers. Did you even start training a little bit? Can we expect that you'll be training some of the new faces in NXT UK coming in?
And we have an incredible training team at the Performance Center at the moment. So I certainly wouldn't want to step on any toes there, but I do like to help women coming through. And there's other training schools that I've been a part of in helping train people, because to me, I feel like we get given such amazing training with our coaches at the Performance Center, and we get given great tools that we can work with that seem like such big light bulb moments that I want to pass on that knowledge. And even during lockdown, there's been a lot of young wrestlers coming up that I've been speaking to and reaching out to, working with, because there's a lot of other things that we can be doing. We can all be working on our talking skills, our psychology skills. So yeah, I do really like working with new talent, and that's something I would definitely like to do more of in the future.
Awesome. And, despite the pandemic, WWE has still managed to make women's wrestling just proceed even further. For instance, the first ever women's Dusty Classic is happening stateside right now. You mentioned that you maybe are not like a huge fan of tag team wrestling, but I know you're no stranger to it. Is that something that you would like to see in NXT UK? Do you want more tag team wrestling in NXT UK? Would you ever want to be a part of that tournament?
Yeah, as you say, and as I said before, tag team wrestling isn't my strength. I don't like to share a spotlight, but if it's a case of no stage time or some stage time in a tag team, if you were to twist my arm, I'd probably have to team up with the fashionista Ginny. We have teamed before WWE, and I think that our styles would mesh quite well. So if I was going to pick anyone, I think it would have to be Ginny.
And that would be a force to reckon with, no doubt. Also, this weekend, it's a huge weekend for WWE. It's the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see you in that. But do you have any predictions that you want to share for a winner? Anyone you would like to see take the women's Royal Rumble match?
I do actually have a prediction. I think that this could be Bianca Belair's year. I think she is a phenomenal talent. My WWE debut was actually tagging with Bianca Belair and Lacey Evans, wrestling for NXT at Download Festival. So I've seen up close what she's capable of. And whilst I think that I am the biggest star that we have here, I can certainly recognize stars, and I can recognize incredible star quality in Bianca Belair. I think she had a great year in the Royal Rumble last year. entering number 2, lasting as long as she did. You know, this was before she'd even been drafted to Raw or SmackDown, and she made a huge impact. And now seeing how dominant she's been lately on SmackDown, I think that this could be her year. And imagine Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. I know I'd love to see it. Would you?
Oh, absolutely. It would be insane and crazy. And I'm glad you brought up Bianca Belair, because you on Twitter had spoken about Bianca Belair's Chronicle and just how emotionally awesome that was for you. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that you deserve your own Chronicle. So, what would the Chronicle of Nina Samuels show? What is a day in the life of Nina Samuels?
It's a tricky one at the moment, because a day in the life of Nina Samuels would typically be all full of glitz and glam, whereas at the moment with the pandemic, it's not quite the case. I would certainly like to think that there could be a Chronicle one day. Well, the contents will be, who knows, hopefully a big moment on a grand stage will be in my future, and we could see the build up to that. That would be a dream come true.
There's been this morning, especially, there's been a little buzz around NXT UK. I know you can't tell me much, but do we have like a big show to look forward to this evening from NXT UK?
NXT UK is always a big show. So I mean, tonight's episode, we've got the huge eliminator tag team match, but I think I can't say too much, but certainly our women's division is about to get a huge injection. So it's going to be incredible to watch. Things are about to change. Things are about to shift to another level, and I can't wait to not only be a part of this women's division, but to watch everything unfold in the coming weeks. So everyone needs to keep their eyes peeled for what is coming.
Super exciting, and I want to thank you for taking some time today to speak to Bell to Bell's readers and myself and women's wrestling fans everywhere. We all know you. We all love you. I'll finish with this question: what can we expect to see on the Nina Samuels show coming up in the near future?
You can expect a lot of theatrics, a lot of entertainment, and a lot of stories, because that's what wrestling is all about for me. I loved growing up watching all the stories get told, and let's just say there's more to come with this grudge that I have with Xia Brookside, and I think everyone is going to really enjoy what they have to watch. So everyone needs to tune in.
Super exciting. You're always very entertaining, not only talented, but extremely entertaining. Thank you again for taking the time with me today, Nina, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much.